Hello, lovelies. This is 5 Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey Brown. Thank you so much for listening. I'm thrilled that you're here. And today, I want you to ask yourself a question and then answer it honestly. And that question is, what am I saying in my head? What conversations am I having with people inside my internal world? And do I see the results of those conversations in my external world? And so with that, when you ask yourself that question, you can be 100% honest with yourself. And in fact, it's the only way to be. You need to be honest. What are you saying? What specific words, what specific phrases, what specific ideas are you having conversations about with yourself internally or with other people internally? I don't mean what are you really having conversations about in the 3D reality. I mean what's happening internally inside of your head, inside of your imagination. Because those conversations will get pushed out. And so I want you to start on purpose, deliberately having conversations in your imagination that are exactly what conversations you want to have in person. And so I just have a little story here. There was a time in my life where I had this person in my life. It was not a romantic, specific person situation. It was just a person who I didn't want to be in my life, but was in my life, and I had to figure out how to deal with it. But I argued with him constantly in my head. Constantly. And that person, whenever I saw him, I felt really awful, even though he wasn't really doing anything awful to me at that moment. I mean, I had reason to be arguing in my head with him frequently. And so I had to really just stop having conversations with him internally in my internal world and purposefully put my attention on something else or have a conversation with someone else in my head. So inner conversations, that's a Neville Goddard term. That is just what it sounds like. It's inner conversations you're having with other people internally in your internal world. And so when you answer this question honestly and say you find out, like what I found out with this other person, a while back, that I was arguing with him constantly. And it was creating negative feelings inside of myself when I had to deal with him in 3D reality. And so if you find yourself doing that, first of all, be honest. Be like, yeah, I am arguing constantly with XYZ person. And then choose a different conversation. And if you don't have anything else that you want to talk to that person about, start talking to someone different in your imagination. It doesn't matter who that person is. It can be yourself. It can be your higher self. It can be your best friend or your, sister or your specific person. It can be whoever you need to talk to. And then get on a subject internally when you're talking to this person of the things that you want. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for listening. And with that, may you manifest exactly what you want.